Hi, we're Eliza and Shania, two long-distance best friends documenting our lives.
On today's episode, we'll be going book shopping, giving you updates on our current reads, and talking TBRs.
Pumpkin Spice Cafe is you. I'm the Christmas tree farm.
Oh my god, literally. That's adorable.
So cute. And the cinnamon bun bookstore.
I love that. My favourite books of all time. If you've not read them, please do. Eliza's gonna get a bookmark.
What one did you say you
Mine is the dragon.
So pretty, yeah.
It's just gorgeous.
Yeah. I don't know which one's better.
They're so cute. That is pretty though.
Yeah, I like that one. I like this one too.
Ooh, that's nice. It's like a modern fantasy. I tried it. I think I need to give it another go.
Yeah, it's like a murder mystery by the sounds of it.
Yeah, maybe we should start reading this at the same time.
Yeah.
That would be good actually.
Maybe that I'll buy next.
Oh, I loved this one. That's probably my favourite one of this year. It's like kind of sci-fi.
I haven't seen that one.
It was a big one, but it's like set in a school and it was like a little bit science fiction, fantasy obviously.
Yeah.
And like a competition. Oh, yeah, they're making a movie of this. Oh my god, he actually looks like that. So he's got brown hair in real life.
Yeah.
The guy from the Hunger Games movie. The new one.
Yeah.
He is the main guy in it. I don't know who the main guy
I've seen
is.
these books before, but I've never.
But they're quite popular.
Yeah, I've seen a lot on Beach Read.
So
I don't have yet because that's the most recent one.
the covers are so pretty.
I've only read the first two, but I've got the second Magnolia Parks and the second Daisy Hates, and this is the third Magnolia Parks.
The cover is gorgeous.
Yeah, I know.
So
I
pretty.
actually like these covers. Like
Were they the ones that you were not wanting at the start?
Yes,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
the classic ones look like,
They're so different.
yeah, they're like a children's storybook.
Yeah.
Like they don't match, these definitely match the vibe of the
Yeah,
actual
for
books.
sure.
Because she's like a socialite.
Yeah.
Very glamorous.
It's a big one.
lifestyle. Yeah, original cover, I think.
They are so different.
Yeah, I mean, that's not the vibe of the first lot of books covers. But
That looks like it could be a fantasy.
yeah.
Like, why is there a wolf?
I'm not sure, but I like it. So this is the
Same
same
author.
and that just like
That
drew
is
me in. And that is
beautiful.
stunning. But I feel like,
When Peter. Is it actually about Peter Pan?
I don't know, because then it's talking about Wendy, her grandmother Wendy.
Oh, what? I love Peter Pan.
I feel like this is a bit
Also-
random though.
We're back home from book shopping. We're going to do a bit of a book haul
Yes.
of the books we bought today, and then we're just going to have a cozy reading afternoon. I think that's our plan.
So excited. We've
Yeah.
had like a busy couple of days, so calmness
Time
is what
to
we
just
need in our
read,
life.
to lose ourselves in
Yeah.
So who's starting? Do you want to start?
Okay. So first I bought Magnolia Parks Into the Dark. I'm only 2 books into the series because I started reading it and then Shani got me onto Throne of Glass and I just never looked back. But I have been meaning to buy the final book because I will get around to reading the last 3. And then I also picked up a bookmark, just quickly.
Oh, it matches
Which
my
is so
bookmark.
cute. Yeah. I love it.
I've got the dragon.
Yeah, and then I picked up this book just because I liked the look of it, which I haven't done in so long. Like, it's always been a series.
I say that's how you find some really good stuff.
Yeah.
Like some what's the word? Not underhyped.
Underhyped.
Underhyped?
No,
a word
I
that-
know the word you're trying to think of. Overrated. Underrated.
What I was trying to say was the good thing about going off of just a cover that stands
Yes.
out, I feel like you find some more underrated books.
Yes.
Because there's the books that everyone knows about and talks about,
Yeah.
sometimes that aren't even that great. And
Yeah,
then you can
yeah,
find
yeah.
like a little gem that you don't expect.
Yeah.
So
So this is the Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels. It's got a very cute cover, which
So cute.
I'd be lying if I said that's not what drew me to it initially. But basically, it's a Victorian lady society, and I'll just read this.
Yeah.
These women spend their days pickpocketing and blackmailing their way around the country, all before it's time to sit down for tea. And basically this main character meets this guy, and he's a paid assassin, and she's his next hit.
I love that.
So
it's like enemies to lovers, maybe?
yeah, maybe? I'm not sure, but
it's giving romantasy, which sounds awesome. Because you've not really done a romantasy. You've done
no, definitely
fiction / romance. Like Magnolia Parks, would that be like a romance?
Yeah.
So you've done romance, you've done fantasy.
Yeah.
This is going to be like a good mix of the two.
But it says Bridgerton meets Peaky Blinders, and I feel like Peaky Blinders, like, to watch would be too scary, but I like that kind of like
gritty.
Yeah. And I love Bridgerton, like one of my favorite shows. So yeah, I'm excited to read that.
Yeah, they look so good. So this one I picked up just a couple of days ago. I've just started reading. It's Robin Hobb, which I haven't heard a whole lot about. Ship of Magic is what it's called. So it's basically about ships, obviously, Ship of Magic, and it's about ships that are made with a special wood that's a precious commodity that comes from like a certain place. And these kinds of ships can only like reach their true potential once a certain amount of generations have died that have like owned the ships. I think it's like 3 generations have to die.
That's so niche.
Yeah, 3 generations have to die before this live ship meets like what it needs to like navigate the best or something. I think it's like kind of pirate vibes. And yeah, it's just about this character who her family has had this ship for generations. And it's about, I think someone's about to die, the ship's about to like become what it's meant to be, but then drama starts happening. I'm not exactly sure. I literally just skimmed the blurb. I said, that sounds
unlike anything else.
Yeah, so I don't know too much about it yet. I hope that makes sense, but that's that one. And then what I picked up today was, I've heard a lot about it, Before the Coffee Gets Cold. Which you may have heard about. I feel like everyone's sort of
I've definitely heard about it. I didn't sort of know what it was about, but I've heard the, you know,
so
title being thrown around.
It's a Japanese author, a Japanese bestseller apparently, and it's just a little sweet book. Apparently, I'll try and summarize the back. I think it's just about, there's a little cafe in Tokyo which has been serving coffee that offers its customers a unique experience, which is the chance to travel back in time. And then I think you have to get back before the coffee goes cold. And then I think it's sort of got a bit of a deeper meaning to it as well, about, you know, closure and whatever else. I haven't looked into it too deeply. I've just had a few people recommend it, so got that one. And it'll be just like a nice little palette cleanser.
Yeah,
between
absolutely.
my big other
You'll get
books
that done
I'm
so
reading.
quick.
Yeah, so that's what I got today. I'll probably read that, probably not for a while because I'm sort of between 2 series at the moment. But at some point I'll get to that, which I'm excited
I think
for.
with this one, I want to finish Queen of Shadows and then maybe do something else. Yeah. So I was thinking of doing this in between the Queen of Shadows and the next book, because they get quite like hefty.
So currently we are both at the same time reading Throne of Glass. I'm on my reread for the second time, and
I'm on the first go round.
We're both on Queen of Shadows
at
about
this point. Just over halfway through.
Which I'm loving, obviously, if I'm reading it again from the start.
Honestly, I never thought I'd like fantasy. I kind of ruled it out from the get-go.
But I was like, no, please.
The only reason that I started reading fantasy was because I was sick one week, and I got a parcel in the mail, and Shania was like, you have to read it, and like literally sent me Throne of Glass. That's about it. I think we're gonna have a pretty cozy afternoon. Honestly, just read for the rest of the day. What's the time?
Sounds amazing, honestly.
It is.
Oh, we've got heaps
almost
of time.
4 o'clock. Yeah.
And you're getting to like the thick of it with Queen of Shadows. I think good stuff's gonna start happening.
Oh well, actually.
Okay. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Yeah. I just got up to the part where Arabin puts the ring on Aelin, and I had a heart attack. Shania had just gone to sleep last night, and I contemplated waking her up. I was like shaking. I was like, oh my god, like first Dorian and now Aelin. But obviously like the ring was fake, and it was like to trick.
It was all good.
Arabin. But oh my god, when I say my heart stopped, like I was planning to go to sleep and I was like, next chapter.
No, literally. It's gonna be a good afternoon.
I just got up to a part that Shani thought I would be more like shocked by.
Yeah, I think I didn't remember that there was context that made it sort of expected.
Yeah. But Arabin has just been killed. Finally, thank God.
Finally.
Hate that guy.
Literally, there's no one worse.
Yeah.
I mean, there is, but he is up there with the worst.
I was kind of like a little bit disappointed that it wasn't Aelin that got to do it. But I don't know.
I also feel like he's done a lot to Aelin, but also like imagine being with Sandra stuck with him all
the time. And since she's gone, she's just been there with him the whole time. Yeah.
Don't get annoyed at us. I think it's actually in like the audiobooks it's Lysandra, but I can't say Lysandra.
All of the names I feel like the pronunciation
I feel like everyone has
is just
their own
off.
way.
Yeah, and all like the like places as well. Like the way I say them in my head is the way I say them out loud, but it's probably not right.
We'll do another update if anything interesting happens. I can't really remember if anything big is about to happen in this sort of time frame, like when we'll be here reading. But if something interesting does happen and we can get Eliza's reaction.
Yeah, I know. Last night with the ring, I was like
crazy
stressed.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that wasn't the case, and I'm glad that he is gone.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Shania's just reading the recap of the book that we're currently reading, because obviously she's read it before.
Yeah, I'm just trying to refresh what's going to happen and if it's going to happen soon while Eliza's reading it.
Yeah.
And there's one thing that I've been waiting for, and it's not soon, but it might come while you're still here.
Yeah.
Or like in this vlog, hopefully.
Yeah.
Wait, what chapter are you?
I'm just about to start 48. Like just about to start part 2.
I don't know if it'll come. I don't want to ruin too much anyway.
Yeah.
It's something that I'm excited for her to read is coming.
Yeah. Can we just appreciate that?
Get comfy, girl.
Oh, so cute. Yeah, sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, there's things that happen in this book that I thought happened later, like my mind is frazzled about what is happening where.
Yeah.
I just can't remember it all clearly enough.
Yeah.
So there's something that's happening closer to the end that, I just didn't think was happening for a long time. So
is it like
remembering
big, like a...
Yeah, there's like lots of big stuff that happens in this book. Like this is, you're gonna, I just want you to get there now.
Yeah.
I had to highlight this just because I'm going to reread now and not spoiling anything, but knowing what's about to happen and also what has happened. It's just gave me such chills, and also just for Eliza as well. She got chills.
Yeah, I did, and I obviously don't know what's to come. It's just like the little reference to the prequel.
The nod to the prequel.
Yeah.
And just
nice.
like, the overarching theme of like the little things that happen can make such big differences. I just love how that's like mentioned here, so I had to highlight it.
The scream, I just scrumped.
The reaction I was waiting for Eliza to have.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. How
this gave me shivers.
Everyone that has read this, everyone that has read this knows the moment that we read this. The two of them give me such just excitement.
Yeah.
And everything about this passage. I remember the first time I read it, even the second time I read it, it just hit me. I just love it so much.
I know. Shania was just a tiny bit ahead of me, and she was like, oh my god, my favorite part's coming. And I literally was reading it, like covering it, because I could see something in bold letters, and then I revealed it for myself. I was like,
oh, it was so good. Sorry, that unfocused for a little bit there, guys.
Sorry.
Don't mind us. But yeah, we just had to say that we were so excited when this happened.
Literally.
And if you've read this book, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
It's past midnight.
We're looking literally past midnight.
We have spent so much time today reading. How much time?
Oh my god,
Hours.
Hours and hours and
It just
hours.
got into the thick of it and we just could not stop. So it is so late and we wanted to get up for sunrise tomorrow for a run. Completely
Oh my
irrelevant.
god, true.
It's all gone out the window reading.
Yeah.
But so that was my second time obviously through Queen of Shadows, and Eliza's first.
Yeah.
Do you want to start with your opinions and thoughts? Anything to
I
say?
feel like this is just the most like intense thing I've ever like read or watched or anything.
Yeah,
like
it's so well written.
oh my god,
like the way things from book one come up in this book, and it's like such a little thing. It seemed like such a little thing, and then it happened to be such a big thing. Like I kept saying to Eliza, passage about Caltaine, about how like when she gives the word key to a lead and says it's a, you know, a repayment for a warm cloak in a cold dungeon. Like
I just got goosebumps again.
Oh, I just love that passage so much, and it's just like the way tiny little things and characters that
little
from the
gestures,
and like book one, who was Caltaine? Like no one gave a shit about her, and then she is literally like responsible for so much
in
of
this book,
things happening in this book. Like
it's insane.
The word key, like Aelin wouldn't end up with it if not for that. But then also, how crazy is it how Alid thinks she's looking for Selena and doesn't know that Selena is Aelin.
I know, I was thinking that because it was like she was headed north to look for this Selena, and obviously Selena doesn't exist anymore.
So she has no clue about that, which is crazy.
But she also knows who Aelin is, but doesn't know the connection.
They're the same person, and Manon wouldn't even know who Selena is, would she? Like, because Manon knows a lead, but I don't think even they could make that connection.
Yeah, no,
I don't know.
I don't think so. This book for me, it was like there were all these different stories throughout the whole like first half, if not more, of the book, and I was like, who is Manon, and like what has she got to do with this story? Like,
so random.
Who is this like witch clan? Like, you know, the only sort of connection was the connection between them and Baba Yellowlegs. Like that's the only sort of thing we had to
crossover.
I was like, when is this gonna come into play? Like and then obviously towards the end it just like all starts connecting,
literally. I was saying after we finished it just then that I feel like this is maybe one of my favorites of the series, because Eliza had asked me a few times what my favorite book was of the series, and I was like, I literally have no idea. But this is definitely one of them.
I think this is my favorite so far.
There's still so much to come, which is crazy.
That's insane. Well, I suppose Duke is still alive and well, unfortunately, and that shocked me like more than anything else. I even
sort of forgot that. I think I had in my mind that the king was just the baddest bad guy all along, and like that's who we were fighting in the end. I completely forgot that he was just not even like a big guy in the whole thing. Like so that is probably the end of our vlog. Well, definitely the end of our reading vlog. Now we've finished the book.
We are so exhausted.
Literally
why have we done this?
Awake.
We literally could have just continued reading tomorrow, and we were like, let's stay up all night.
Let's not sleep. No sleep.
Another book is what we're striving to be in the next
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Nellie says good night all.
Night night.